It's so silly of me to act like I don't need you back. When all I can think about is us since I seen you last. I know I didn't have to walk away. All I had to do was ask for space. I'm telling you beyond your way. When I told you to fall back, so can you come pick up your clothes? I had them folded. Leave me at the door. It's still open. I know it's getting cold out, but it's not frozen. So come pick up your clothes. I had them folded. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already falling for you, already falling up for you. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already falling for you, already falling up for you. No matter what you do to switch the story up, I know I made my mark, and I would still choose you through it all. That's the crazy. It's so silly of me to act like I don't need you back. When all I can think about is us since I seen you last. I know I didn't have to walk away. All I had to do was ask for space. I'm telling you beyond your way. When I told you to fall back, so can you come pick up your clothes? I had them folded. Leave me at the door. It's still open. I know it's getting cold out, but it's not frozen. So come pick up your clothes. I had them folded. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already falling for you, already falling up for you. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already falling for you, already falling up for you. No matter what you do to switch the story up, I know I made my mark, and I would still choose you through it all. That's the crazy part, crazy part. I don't need no more empty promises. Promise me that you got it. I don't need roses, just need some flowers from my garden. Can't you go back to how you loved on me when you started? I'll be here begging for you. You should be giving me love all day till the day is done. So if you wanna go that way, I'll be waiting for you to come pick up your clothes. I had them folded. Leave me at the door while it's still open. I know it's getting cold out, it's still frozen. So come pick up your clothes. I had them folded. So come pick
What's up, people? How's it going? Oh, somebody. Thanks for liking this stream. I just got on here. Um, yeah, I'm just here to answer any questions, base related questions, and questions about gear theory, left hand technique, right hand technique, those kind of things of nature. And I'm just, I'm kind of like practicing as I doing this live. So I know you probably heard some mistakes, which just got to embrace the mistakes. Somebody said, "Oh, what's up? How's it going? Do you know who George? Of course, I know George Benson. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Blessing the journey, brother. Yeah, appreciate the positive vibes, man. 100%. That's a neat bass you got there. Yeah, this one is if you don't know, it's an it's a alembic bass, pretty heavy too. Has a beautiful cocobolo top, which is a wood I think from Central America, something like that, and maple neck with stringers. I think I'm not sure what the stringers are, but the body is mahogany with maple veneers. It's neck through, brass nut, brass bridge, jumbo frets, probably 35-inch scale. It's just decked out. In Alembic proprietary electronics, which are really different from your conventional electronics that most of you guys are used to. And me myself, like I'm used to like having a three-band EQ where it's like bass, middle, treble, and having a knob for each one of those frequency bands. But on the Alembic, it's just one knob. Um, it's just one knob per pickup. So each pickup has the ability to be EQ'd. I've never had a bass like that where you could EQ each pickup. And it's one knob that allows you to dial in the frequencies, and there's a switch that allows you to narrow into a frequency, if that's the right correct term. But yeah, it's different bass. I mean, I think the thing about the Lembic, it's very hi-fi sounding. It doesn't really have a sound like a Fender Jazz sound like a Fender Jazz, a Fender P sound like a Fender P. Um, it doesn't really have a sound. It just has a neutral uh, sound in my ears. It has a neutral sound, but it's a hi-fi sound. Like all the nuances of your articulation and your technique comes out. That's why when I make a mistake, it's like amplified. Um, but it's like it has that acoustic quality. Like it's kind of like an acoustic instrument where it's just neutral. Everything's really coming from how you play. So that's the thing I love about boutique basses. That you will become a better bass player playing these instruments because your technique is being highlighted times 10. So if it's a poor technique, then you will know quickly that you need to work on that. Can you play view them changes? Yeah, by uh, them changes. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to play on bass. Ah, sorry. that's a very clean version of that of that riff because Thundercat, of course, uses like an envelope filter and maybe even a octave pedal on the high. Yeah. Who's this person being weird on my live? Could you please stop typing scripture? This is not a scripture channel. Like no disrespect, but this is not a scripture channel. Please take that shit off. Um I agree with you and I love that you put in verses in here, but give it a bit. Oh yeah, thanks for even talking. Yeah, like yeah, take that out, please. Like this is not about that. Yeah, it's not about that. Please. Yeah, I don't want to cause. Somebody said, could you preach some fresh, some fresh chops? On another note, does anybody have any bass related questions um, regarding gear, regarding theory, regarding my products? I don't know if you guys know that I have an online store um, that has several PDF guides that are very helpful for someone who's trying to learn about the fundamentals, who's trying to learn about the bass, who's trying to master the fretboard. If you're a person that needs to learn about the notes of the fretboard, but not only just the notes, but also learn about like scales, modes, triads, this is a one-stop shop for you because it has everything you need to know about the major minor scale system. The guide can be found at my online store, which is in I think my description section of my YouTube. But if you have trouble finding that, I could also send you the link directly if you send me an email to jcherrymusic@gmail.com. That's just J and then cherry like the fruit, CHERRY @gmail.com. jcherrymusic@gmail.com. Yeah, I'm trying to learn bass myself, but I don't know where to start. I'm 14 right now. Yeah, grab my guide. I wish I had my guide when I was learning bass. I was learning bass at around your age. If I had the guide that I wrote today, I would be far more advanced. I'm not in a bad spot, but I'm just saying that a lot of the stuff that I had trouble with would have made more sense if I had that guide because my guide is structured. Like everything's built every topic is built one after the other. So, and it's built so that way you could retain the information. Sorry. People in the rate bass and say you don't hear it always anyways, but if you listen to the track with out bass, you'll notice the difference. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you take the lower end frequencies out of a track, or if you did it live, people will stop dancing, literally. Something will feel like it's missing. 100%. So anybody that thinks that bass is not essential or give it like that underrated vibe, like it's shame on them because the bass is it's probably the most important instrument in the band alongside the drums. Because if those two aren't right, then everything else is messed up. Drums and bass has to be correct. It has to be hidden. If it's not hidden, forget forget the guitar, forget the keyboards, forget everything else. I'll play a song a little bit here, and you could continue asking your questions. The song is in the key of D flat major. Starts with the 4, goes to the 6, to the 2. when I'm learning songs, that's how identify the root notes in the chords. B flat minor 7, E flat minor 7, right? G flat major 7. Very helpful to learn the song. Yeah, thanks. Oh, Get Lucky is a great one. Let me see if I can find that one. See if I remember it.
Like the legend of the phoenix, this I'm giving? What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm
Yeah, I didn't even check the key of this song. Honestly, see, it's not in B minor. It's in B. It's in Dorian, right? That's why I was kind of like stiff with it because I was like, I didn't know what was available to use, like as far as pentatonics, because I was just like, what key is it in? So you see, that's where that fundamental stuff come in. Now that I know it's starting with B Dorian, I go crazy with that. So if it's B Dorian, then it's an A. Right, so I know that when it goes to D, it's the 4 chord. It goes to F sharp, it's the 6 chord. It goes to E, it's the 5 chord. 2 chord. 4 chord. 6 chord. 5 chord. Right, so it's important to know the fundamentals because now I could start putting in those fills, like adding a little. See, it's a night and day difference now. It's all mental. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. When I make this kind of content talking about learning the fundamentals, it's not. I'm not an old man trying to beat that in your head. I'm trying to tell you how much of a night and day difference it makes in your playing, your confidence. Um, it just opened the door. Yeah. It just opens the door to many stuff. When I learned this song, I learned the same song years ago when it first came out. I didn't have that kind of freedom because I didn't really know fundamentals like that. Now that I know it, I'm like, oh, I could use D pentatonic. That I could use F sharp minor. And I could use what's that? That's E. I could use E major pentatonic. Back to the 1. Nathan East definitely laid down the groove. He laid down the foundation. But it's not me, right? Every bass player should have their signature, right? And my signature is adding my personal touch and flair to it. And that's using the fundamentals, you know what I mean? I could branch off from what he's doing and really get personal with it, with using my own types of fills and embellishments that I choose to use. That's the kind of freedom you should want as a bass player. It's like, yeah, you could respect a bass giant like Nathan East, what he played on the record, but you could also deviate from that, but bring it back home at the same time with what he laid down. So that should be the goal of every bass player, is to be able to put their own personality into it. I'm sure that's what every bass player is aiming towards, but it's a journey to get there. And you can get there by learning the fundamentals. Again, I have my bass guides available on my online store. You can purchase that guide. and you get to that level of playing. I'm telling you, it's not a secret. It's not a secret. You know, this stuff could be learned, and you know, just like these professional bass players learn or know how to play this stuff. You know, you could learn how to play this stuff too. Any questions out there? Let me try something.
with it.
Let's try something. Let's try some
Like the
Belgian.
legend of the phoenix. All ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cause to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no limit. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If I wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cause to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up
I was a little sloppy there, but you get the idea of opening up, you know, and not playing it safe all the time. Could you please crazy rap out for me? I was just playing my bass. I love this. Awesome. Just takes practice. Any questions? Any other questions? Ah, add some blues in it. I'm my all-time favorite bass player. I'm a huge fan of myself. I don't idolize no other bass player but myself. It makes no sense. Of course, I respect other bass players. Of course, Um, of course, I respect guys like Anthony Jackson, John Patitucci, um, Bernard Edwards, Larry Graham. Of course, those are the guys that I listen to, I respect. But there's a difference between listening to them and idolizing them. I don't idolize them. I don't put any guy above me because it's a personal thing. But I do respect them. I do respect their contributions. I would be lying if I said I was not influenced by them. But lately I've been trying to really find and discover my own stuff, my own style, my own vibe. You know what I mean? Um, and not be too contained into one bass player, and now I'm a clone of that bass player. I feel like they had their time to dominate and be in their prime and figure out things, figure out what they like. Now that's my time, to figure out what I like. But I'm doing it, within reason. Like I study a lot. I study the fundamentals. I make sure that whatever I'm playing, it it's on point. You know what I mean? So I'm not just out here freelancing. I make sure that what I'm doing, it makes sense, it's precise, it's accurate. I care more about that. Although I'm experimenting, trying to figure out what my style is really about. But at the same time, I'm making sure that I reinforce the stuff that will will take my playing to the next level, which are the fundamentals. And if you would like to take your playing to the next level, purchase my guide. It's on my online store. That's the guide that I use in my personal practice routine. If you're a person that don't know what to practice, don't know how much time to put into practice, the guide will provide clarity. If you're a person that feel like you practice everything, trust me, this guide will humble you. Um, if you're a person that you know plateaued or at least feel like you plateaued, this guide will reinforce, you know, um, that you need to keep going and keep studying. So that's why I put together the guide. This is something for my personal studies, but it's also something that is factual. It's theory. It's the stuff that you need to know. You know what I mean? So it's nothing that I came up with. It's just that I highlighted the stuff that you need to know. Here's the triads. Here's the arpeggios. Here's the bows. This stuff was not created by me. It was created by whoever. But I'm just putting the spotlight on the stuff that helped me to become a better bass player and develop my own sound. Because again, reason why you follow me or subscribers, I'm sure because you like what I do. And I could tell you that these instruments that I play, yes, they are high dollar instruments, but let me tell you the ironic thing about these kind of instruments. They are not easy to play in the sense of these instruments really do translate your technique and your ability. Like if you're not good, or sorry, if you don't have good technique as a bassist, this bass will amplify that 10 times compared to like a standard production bass. So these instruments, yes, they're high dollar. You might be attracted to that, from watching my channel. But I could tell you that I sound good because I put in the work to sound great on these instruments. Because when I got it, I thought oh, it'd be magical, like it'd be like, oh shit, it's a high dollar bass, so I should sound great right away out of the box. It was the complete opposite. It actually was very disappointing because I felt like I had to learn more about the instrument before I could get a good sound out of it. I had to learn about how to EQ stuff. Like that's something that I never really put too much attention to. You know what I mean? Like, did I really even know what I was doing back then? Probably not. I probably was just turning knobs. But like this space, you had to know how to do. You had to understand the science behind it. You had to understand what the frequencies are, how they affect what you play. So it is the complete opposite what you think. Buying a high end bass doesn't mean that you're gonna take it out the case and that sucker will play it. It's just the complete opposite. You have to learn it, and you got to learn how to adjust um, your attack, because it's sensitive to all of that stuff. Ebony fretboard, for example, is very quick. It's very snappy. It's the one of the hardest fretboard materials out there. And I can tell you, like, I didn't like ebony at first because, like, when I would play a note, it wouldn't sustain because it's so quick to release. It's a quick attack and a quick release. So I had to learn how to play. I had to learn how to deal with this kind of material that I never really had to worry about in the past when I had bass guitars that were not boutique basses. They were just regular basses. I didn't have that issue, plug and play. But this bass is like you got to learn the instrument. But when you learn the instrument, you get the most out of it. You learn how to get the most out of it. Well, anyways, thanks guys for joining my lives. I try to come on here as much as I can. Again, I want to reiterate that I give one-on-one lessons. You could reach out to me at jcherrymusic@gmail.com. I could send you the link to my calendar, and you could book your first lesson. I give lessons either like on a program like bi-weekly lessons or weekly lessons, or I even give one-off lessons. Let's say you feel like you're a great bass player, but you just need to understand. Um, you just need to understand, a specific thing, and you just need that one lesson to understand that thing. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. But if you're a person that need, consistent lessons, I have students right now that take consistent lessons, bi-weekly or weekly lessons. Um, and I've been teaching a lot of people this year. It's probably been my busiest year of teaching, I've taught people all over the world, people in France, people in Italy, people all over the globe. I'm in the U.S., in Texas. So that's, for me, that's people all over the world. So, uh, people, of course, here in the U.S. and everybody has pretty much been remote from me. Like I don't think I've really taught anybody that's live in my state. So it's been a joy because, like, I get to meet a lot of different people, and you know it keeps me going. So if you're looking forward to taking one-on-one lessons, reach out to me at jcherrymusic@gmail.com. If you're a person that just want the products, like the PDF guides, I also have lesson videos for sale. It's on my online store, my stand.store/ it's jcherry music. You can find that link in the description of my YouTube, or you can just email me and I can get you the link directly. Email me at jcherrymusic at gmail.com. All right, later, guys.